Hello everyone! Welcome to the 2022 virtual Bridge Buster event. As many of you know, we're doing things a little bit differently this year. Traditionally, this event was held in person, but due to obvious reasons, we're holding it virtually for the first time ever. You'll see we've still got our bridge busters set up here, so we'll be busting your bridges right here live. Participants, just so you know, hello everyone. When your bridge is being busted, your name will appear up here so that you know whose bridge is being busted. So pay attention for your name to pop up, and we'll get started.
The number's on the screen there.
Yeah, for anyone who's interested, you should be able to see numbers down here. This is the force that the force being applied to your bridge. When the bridge busts, you'll see it in the graph here, and the most force that the bridge is able to hold, we're going to write it up here underneath your name so you know how strong your bridge was. And we're going to be keeping track of all the results, and the top 3 bridges will be awarded a prize.
Okay, good to start.
Let's get rolling. So first up, we've got Wyatt's Bridge.
Where are we at?
We're currently sitting at 47, 50. We're all the way up to 75.
Pretty strong.
It's a pretty strong one.
Yep.
You can hear it starting to crack. Right now we're at 118.
Yeah, it's a very strong bridge.
Still climbing.
Yep.
Force is in kilograms for anybody wondering.
Still climbing 165.
It's taking a very long
Oh.
time.
173. Whoa! All right, so Wyatt C, your bridge held 175.55 was the peak force.
And Wyatt, I will try to show you where this broke. So I know you like to know that.
So I don't know anyone who can still see the graph here. You'll see the point at which the peak force is applied, and then it drops off significantly once the bridge has busted.
So Wyatt, your bridge, this joint broke right here, and that's where it let go. Everything else, actually both these joints, this joint here and this joint here are what snapped. Everything else held together.
Great job, Wyatt.
Hopefully it pops up.
That's why we got safety glasses.
Mine.
Gonna have to just bring this one up a little more. Okay.
So next up, we've got Nolan's bridge.
Put a rainbow on it.
It's looking nice.
Gonna have to go up a little higher.
A little higher.
You can probably, I'll get back.
Bridges are pretty deep, so we had to put a longer rod on here, guys. That's not, and we had to just lift this up a little bit. There's just 2 bridges like this. It's not going to affect how the bridges test. Can you hold this, Angela?
Yep.
Okay, what I'm going to do is get this up as high as I can.
Is there a limited amount of popsicles that you use?
Yeah, there was, for those of you who are watching who maybe didn't build a bridge, there's certain criteria to be met for building your bridge, including the types of glue that you're allowed to use, the number of popsicle sticks you're allowed to use. And what you haven't seen and what we're not going to show on screen is that we actually weighed all the bridges first. We did a weigh-in the other day so that we know, basically we can find the ratio of force to the weight of the bridge, and that's how we're going to actually determine which bridge is the strongest.
So this was your bridge, right?
Yeah.
And you wanted to break it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so today we've got Nolan here. So we've got actually one of our PEO chapter executives here, Steve,
That's
and he's
Yoda.
here with Nolan. And Nolan has built this bridge.
I'm just going to raise it a little bit more, okay?
Yep, I'll stop it and then re-zero it. So because of the depth of this bridge, we've just had to make a few modifications to the bridge buster. But we should be able to bust it soon. It's a fine looking bridge with a bridge deck and so a little bit of line paint work here.
Yeah.
Nicely done. So for those of you who are
one
tuning
second.
in, don't forget that there's actually an aesthetics competition happening as well online. So we took photos of all the bridges that we're going to be busting today, plus some additional submissions from a couple years ago. And you'll be
Okay, so
able
you can hold on
to,
this. Don't touch this because
you'll be able to vote for them
Turn
online.
it this way, okay?
All right, Nolan, you ready? Okay,
Two
you're at
kilograms.
2, 7.
Starts to climb quick once it starts to load. There you go. Now you're 30, 40.
Whoa!
Oh, keep going. You might get a little more out of it.
Still, that was pretty loud.
That's all you're going to get.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Bridge
Good job.
busted!
How much did it end at?
So here's the peak. You got 50.97 kilograms.
Oh.
See? Look, see the graph? Nicely done. See? It goes up. That's where you got the maximum 50. And then that's what happened once it broke.
Okay.
Good job.
50 was the maximum?
Yep, 50 was the
Can I
maximum.
break any other bridges?
Here, ready? We're going to write up your 50. Oh, 50, what was it? 50.9? 50.97
You're going
here.
home.
That was my broken bridge.
So bear with me for a sec. We're going to have to make a little modification now to test all the other bridges so we're not here forever with this big long rod.
Bring that here now.
This is broken. Right?
So where did
You want to bust this
Yeah, I'm breaking my best friend.
one?
Okay, so again,
Okay, go
crank
nice
that
and
way.
slow. Okay, very slow, very slow.
All right, next up we got Maisie. This is Maisie's bridge.
Go slow, slowly.
We're at 4 kilograms.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure Maisie's is gonna break somewhere. Go nice and slow.
10.
Climbing.
Ooh,
So nice and slow, buddy.
it's getting a little.
Whoa!
That wasn't very fun.
All right.
Uh,
Maisie's, it climbed very
When did it
quickly.
break?
Nicely done, Maisie.
Where did it break?
Oh, you want to see where it broke? Do you want to point out where it broke, Scott?
Yeah, this girder here on this side, this truss came off.
This came off too.
Yeah, that one was an exploding bridge.
So once that truss
Not very strong.
separated from the bridge deck had no more support.
I'm just.
That was a good job,
How
Maisie.
many- How much weight did it hold?
It held 36 kilograms of force.
Wow.
So it, Maisie, if you're watching, you can see where it was climbing really quickly as the load was applied, and then that's the point where it broke is right here.
Wow.
So the peak was 36, and we'll write it up on our board.
Okay.
Nicely done, Maisie.
Okay. Let's get the next bridge ready. I'll be ready to break that one too.
Doesn't matter which one.
No, but I think we're gonna do Marlowe's.
Well, yeah, which one do you have?
Karsten?
Okay.
Let's see.
So next up we've got Karsten's bridge.
Nice and symmetrical. Traditional truss design.
Oh, do you want me to?
Yeah,
got
if you can.
This key is pretty strong. I broke it. Okay, now how many popsicle sticks?
That's good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 popsicle sticks.
it?
I'm gonna bring these home.
Are these zeroed
Oh,
out?
let me zero. Here. All right. Next up, we've got Karsten's Bridge.
Why
Okay.
is it on 1?
Oh, it's very close to 0.
Okay.
Now
you wanna-
it's 2. Now back
Did you want to
See?
turn the crank again?
1, 0, 1, 0.
Okay, right here, buddy.
Okay. There's a little.
I'll tell you what the numbers are as you're cranking. All right, so we're at 1,
It's a pretty strong bridge.
Go slowly.
3 kilograms force.
Okay, nice and slow, buddy.
Very slow.
Okay. When
5, 6.
Okay,
Climbing
really, really
rapidly.
slow, buddy.
Very, very, very slow.
what was that?
Whoa.
That was the bridge letting go. Keep going. You might get a little bit more out of it. That's it. She's
Whoa.
separated.
Right.
Oh my.
Nicely done, Karsten.
Snapped.
Yeah, Scott, do you want to show us where that one busted?
So this one broke on the bridge deck, broke in tension, and it pulled apart down here.
If you had a car driving through it, it would be really dangerous because you wouldn't even see this.
Well, good job, Karsten. It held 26.01 kilograms force.
Where did that washer go?
Uh,
Nolan, did you grab that washer that just fell? Oh, there it is. Ah, is there one you want to do next?
sure. Let's do this one.
On the bottom.
Do you want to put that one in the pile of broken bridges over on the other side?
Okay. Wonder how.
Boulevard of
If I
broken
should
bridges.
crank just so we're consistent.
Okay, that's fine.
Just
Everything on Jason says Jason. Don't forget these two parts. Come on. They all found.
Sorry?
Am I on for a sec?
No.
Is that Marlowe's?
Brayden, your bridge is up.
That's really hard from this angle. Okay.
All right, here we go. So we're climbing up to 7. Up to 20. 30. 40. It's climbing quickly.
Starting to stress, I can hear it.
Starting to hear it.
Still might have a little bit of life left in it. So one of these is broken.
Oh yeah, 2. One on the other side as well.
That's
Oh, there you go.
Hey.
Nicely done, Braden.
it. So the failure mechanism of this one was these 2 struts failed in compression, they buckled, and then the bottom of the deck failed in tension and pulled apart, and that's the ultimate failure.
Nicely done, Braden. So you ended up with your bridge held 76.22 was the peak.
Good job.
Okay.
76.22 kilograms force for Braden. Nicely done.
There you go, Braden. Okay, next.
We'll do this one. We might need to remove the tag though. Think I should remove the tag?
I don't think that matters.
It's fine.
So this is whose bridge?
This is Owen's bridge.
I don't know if this has, oh, that's obviously up.
It's a neat machine, eh? Look, there's actually 2 here today. There's one on the ground over there too. Backup bridge buster. Just in case.
So this is Owen's bridge.
All right, Owen. Here we go. All right, we're up to 0.5.
Just picking up the slack in the cable.
Oh, now you can start to see it go. $1.92. 2 kilograms.
That's it.
There you go. Nicely done, Owen. So your bridge held 2.48 kilograms force. Do you want to describe how his failed?
Yep, so Owen, you've got a pretty flat bridge here, and you can see here that these just separated and these buckled. What would have helped you is if you were able to put some kind of truss, some vertical element in the bridge, then it would have been able to hold a little more weight.
Nicely done, Owen.
Good job.
We're gonna have Luke's bridge.
So I can tell by the design, this is going to be a pretty strong bridge. Look, I'm just going to put a little pad under the end here because those pieces sticking down are a little bit wider than the pads on here. Might need your hand with this.
Oh, sure. It's not really on. Oh, you didn't have it on the pads?
Not
Did
yet.
you want it on the pads?
I just need a little more slack. So we got to make sure it's centered. So that's good. Good. Okay. And centered.
All right, Luke, just zero out these numbers. And we'll start it up and start cranking.
So this one could be a contender.
We're up to 5.
Once it picks up the slack, it'll start climbing quickly. There we go.
It's really climbing. 25. 45.
Ooh. Past 9. That's a pretty strong bridge.
It's already up to 75.
Now it's going up to 95. What if it gets to 100?
There, we're past 100. 120.
That's a lot.
Whoa.
You can start to hear it.
Sure, he's gonna win.
One 60.
Okay, I'm sure this bridge will never break.
Still climbing. 176. 180.
We're getting close. There.
Whoa!
Well done. That's very close to a record, I think.
That was quite the explosive bust there at the end. So the peak was 185.46. Nicely done, Luke. Do you want to explain how that one failed?
Oh, so what happened here, Luke, was your cross bracing separated. The force actually caused these two girders to spread apart on you. All these joints here broke, so that's what happened is once those spread apart, then it just buckled and collapsed. Well done, very good design.
Nicely done, Luke. All right. Up next, we have Marlo. Come on up. But wait until Scott's going to set this one up first. Actually, I should put this over here.
Pretty fast.
And just as they're setting up this next bridge, just to remind people that there's actually also not just the strongest bridge, but we've also got an aesthetic competition. The bridges are posted right now on our website. So if you go to the PEO Niagara chapter website, you should be able to see the photos of all the bridges that were submitted as part of the aesthetic competition. And you can actually vote there as well. So make sure that you go to the website, vote. The voting will close soon thereafter the end of the Bridge Buster event. So make sure you head there soon if you haven't already.
My mom and dad had a little trouble with that. They kept on going to the wrong website every time they pressed vote.
Okay, so I think you're good to go,
Are
buddy.
you ready?
Nice and slow,
This
okay?
one's gonna be, Marlo, this is your bridge.
Very slow.
Oh, did you already zero it out?
Maisie and Marlo are brother and sister. It's a lot of triangles. And also let's see. I heard a snapping sound.
We have to zero it out. I don't
It
think
was
we zeroed.
zeroed already.
Oh, really?
Slow.
Just picking up the slack.
Oh,
It's starting to twist
I
and
see
buckle.
it already broke.
So what's happening, Marlo, is your bridge is leaning to the side and it's twisting as the force is being put down.
Whoa! All right, yeah, 5.44. So, Marlo, your bridge held 5.44 kilograms for us. Nicely done.
So Marlo, an improvement for you for next year, you had these little popsicle sticks sticking down, which caused your bridge to be kind of on an angle sitting on there. It wasn't sitting flat, and that's what caused it when the load was coming down and caused your bridge to twist to the side. Good job.
All right, nicely done. So we've got, just for those of you tuning in and wondering how much longer we're going to go on here, we've got 3 more bridges to be busted. So 3 more. This next one is Caleb's.
Okay, that can be zeroed.
Yep. All right. All right, Caleb. Up to 5. Up to a 12. Up past 30 now.
Doing good.
Looking good. Past 60.
Getting close.
Starting to hear some popsicle sticks.
That was loud.
So you've got a compression failure down at the end down here. And go. That's it.
All right, nicely done. 66.33. Nicely done, Caleb.
That's 0 kilograms.
Wait, I say 66?
And see here, that girder broke and then your bridge twisted right here, which is what failed.
All right, nicely done, Caleb. So we've got 2 bridges left. Up next is Liam.
Very similar design.
All right, Liam. Up past 75 now, 80.
So it's very similar failure right at the end here.
Whoa. Nicely done, Liam. So the peak was 80.96. 80.96 kilograms.
So nearly the exact same failure as the other one. These two trusses here broke, and then that caused it to buckle over to the side.
Nicely done though, Liam. All right, up next and the last bridge. So we started with a Wyatt, and actually we have another Wyatt submission. So Wyatt L. I don't know if he's still in the camera here, but. So Wyatt L's bridge is up next. Then this is the last bridge to be busted today.
This is going to be a strong one.
Do you want to help with that? You okay?
The joint for the plate here is a little bit tight, Wyatt. Okay.
Do you want me to? So what's happening right now is we're just trying to fit the plate in on the deck, but it's a little bit tight.
Okay, so it's up in the air a little bit, Wyatt, so it'll low, but what's going to happen is as this plate goes down, it's probably going to spread these trusses apart a little bit. So that may cause a premature failure, it may not. Okay.
All right, Wyatt.
So I have a feeling you're going to see some force climb and then drop down a little bit as that plate settles in there.
All right, we're up to 85, past 85.
Loading very well.
Past 100.
Over 100 now.
This side.
150.
Still no creaking. Starting to hear the stretch.
Whoa!
Look at
That was an explosive one. Nicely done, Wyatt. Wyatt L this time around. And Wyatt L, the peak force was 166.30.
Well done, that's a very
Nicely
good
done.
score. I will show you. So this started to twist a little bit, Wyatt, and these two, right here is what broke. And once that was gone, it lost all its strength. Good design, very well done.
Nicely done. So,
a lot of busted bridges.
there are lots of busted bridges today, and just a reminder before we kind of wrap up here that the aesthetic prize there is going to be a winner of the aesthetics prize. So if you haven't actually gone and voted, please make sure that you go to the PEO Niagara chapter website and place your vote. We'll be wrapping up that voting soon. And the winners for the aesthetic competition will not actually be announced on the live stream today, but we will announce them on the PEO Niagara chapter website. So make sure that you check back in the next day or two to see who won the aesthetics competition. If we just take a quick break here, I'm going to tally up the force of everyone's bridges and get back to you with our winners. Okay, just want to thank everyone again for tuning in. You'll see behind me here the top 3 overall bridges. Luke, Wyatt C, and Wyatt L. Congratulations for being the strongest bridges. We will be reaching out to you about your prizes. However, the good news is that actually every one of our participants today, we want to thank you so much for submitting a bridge, for being patient with us as we've been, trying to navigate the pandemic and new ways of doing things. And so we're actually going to give out a small prize to everybody. So we'll be reaching out to you all at some point in the future. Thank you to everyone who submitted a bridge. Thank you to everyone who is participating both as a viewer. Thank you for watching, and thank you for our participants for submitting bridges, and for the aesthetic competition as well, who we actually have a few bridges that you will not have seen today because they were planned to be busted back at our in-person event a couple years ago. So they've kindly resubmitted for at least the aesthetic portion of the competition, so we'd like to thank them too for their patience. I want to thank CEM for hosting us today in their boardroom and for all the great people who are working there, including Steve and Mark. Mark's behind the camera right now, but he's been helping us with the live stream. By helping, I mean running the entire live stream for us. And thank you, Steve, for helping coordinate this as well. Steve, our PEO Niagara chapter representative here. Thank you as well to Nolan for helping to bust bridges. And thanks to Scott, who is the developer of the bridge buster here, the brains behind the operation, and for helping come in and bust bridges and set up today. So, and thank you to all the staff at CEM here too, have been great. I'm very grateful. You've been very supportive of the entire event. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll be reaching out to many of you shortly.